Some people don't realize they're unhappy. They just feel tired of everything. Not sad, not broken, just quietly uninterested in the days they keep repeating. They wake up. They follow the same routine. They move through life on autopilot and wonder why nothing feels exciting anymore. If that sounds familiar, this story is for you. This is a quiet story about a young woman, her grandmother, and a simple moment that made her see her whole life differently. Sita was 30 years old, and lately, everything seemed to irritate her. Small things bothered her. Noise felt louder. Tasks felt heavier. Her head ached often. Her energy disappeared quickly. She didn't know why. Nothing was technically wrong. Life was fine, but fine felt exhausting. When her grandmother Savitri came to visit, she noticed it immediately. Savitri was 70. Her movements were slow. Her voice was soft. Her eyes calm. Every morning, she would gently oil Sita's hair. Her hands moved with care, as if time had no urgency. Sita would feel relaxed for a while. Lighter, quieter. But the next day, it was the same again. The irritation returned. The heaviness followed. Savitri didn't say anything. She just watched. One afternoon, she smiled and said, "Come, let's go to my village for a few days." Sita hesitated, but she agreed. In the village, Savitri took her to a small, hidden place behind an old house. It was a simple room, but every wall was covered with flowers, vines, and green plants. Light filtered through the leaves. The air smelled fresh and alive. People said sitting there brought peace. They sat. At first, Sita was mesmerized. She watched the flowers, touched the leaves, noticed tiny details, smiled without realizing it. For the next few days, she returned eagerly. Each time, she discovered something new. A different petal, a different shade, a different pattern. She felt lighter. But after a few days, something changed. She still came, but she didn't go close to the flowers anymore. She just sat on the chair, quiet, restless, disconnected. Savitri noticed, but said nothing. One morning, as they were leaving the house, Sita suddenly stopped. "I can't do this anymore," she said. "It's boring. I can't sit there like that every day." Savitri looked at her, gently took her hand, and walked her toward the flowers. "Look at them," she said softly. Sita glanced. "They're the same," she replied. "I've seen them. I know them. It's not interesting anymore." Savitri smiled. "Then let's go see something else." They walked to a quiet pond nearby. It was wide and open. Big lilies floated on the surface. The wind moved gently across the water. They sat. Sita felt the breeze, the openness, the space. When they stood to leave, Sita said quickly, "Let's come here every day. This is nice. It's open. It feels good." Savitri stopped walking. She turned slowly and asked very gently, "Will you say the same after a few days?" Sita didn't answer. Savitri continued, "You liked the flowers at first, didn't you? What happened?" Sita stayed silent. Savitri looked at the pond, then back at her granddaughter. "People don't lose happiness," she said softly. "They just stop renewing it." She placed her hand on Sita's shoulder. Didn't explain. didn't advise, just stood there. As they walked back, Sita fell a few steps behind, and suddenly, her life played in front of her. The same mornings, the same routines, the same habits, the same comfort, the same patterns. She saw how she waited for things to feel better, without ever changing anything. How she blamed tiredness, without giving herself anything new. How she expected joy, without making space for it. She hadn't been unhappy. She had been unchanged. She looked at her grandmother's back, small, steady, unhurried, and for the first time she understood. Without a single word being spoken, she walked quietly behind Savitri, slower, thoughtful, different. Sometimes we think life has become dull, but often it is not life. It is the way we are living it. The same routines, the same thoughts, the same emotional habits, over and over again. We wait for happiness to arrive, while repeating the same day. We wait for energy to return, while protecting the same comfort. And slowly, without realizing, we stop feeling alive. Not because we are broken, but because we are unchanged. Some people don't need a new life. They just need a new pattern. And sometimes, the quietest person in the room is the one who understands this first. If everything feels dull lately, maybe it isn't because life has nothing to offer. Maybe it's because you haven't offered yourself anything new. Let that stay with you for a moment, and see what it shows you.